Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingwithME.com and me, Crafty Scrapper, here on YouTube and Instagram. Today we are doing another M's Scrapbusters. And this is a folded crisscross journaling folio. And I will show you how it looks completed. Here's my prototype I made for y'all. And it has open sides on it. So this is super duper easy. We have a flip up, a flip down, and then we have flip outs. So this is the crisscross theme of it. But yeah, folded crisscross journaling folio. So this would easily fit in your pockets of your journals because it is only 4 inches wide. Finished, it is 5.5 tall, just a tiny measure above 5.5 tall. So 4 inches by 5.5 fits really well in your journals. Or this could stand alone and you could add some kind of little gift card or sentiment on the inside, write, and then use it in snail mail. So easily mailed also. So I will show you how this comes together. Very, very easy. Like I always say, the decorating takes the longest. So that's the thing that takes the longest of this little folded crisscross journaling folio. So first off, you need a sheet of cardstock that is non-directional. So I know that I have a chevron pattern that way. I'm okay if my chevron goes this way, but non-directional. So if you've got wording on some cardstock, that's probably not going to work with this. So your first piece needs to be 4 inches by 12 inches long. Okay, so I just got this out of my scrap pile. 12-inch piece of cardstock, and it's 4 inches tall. It is probably a hair over 12 inches. Let me get that little sliver cut off there so it will lay flat in my scoring. That might not be enough of a sliver I cut off of it. Well, that's better. Okay, anyway, 4 inches tall by 12 inches long, and then you're going to score it at 3 1/4, so 3.25 inches. And then you're going to score it at 8 3/4, so 8.75 inches. Okay, so you've got your 2 score lines, and you're going to fold them over and figure out which you want your top, bottom, etc. I want my top to be that. So it is folded over the other flap. You need that for the matchbook style closure you're going to have for it. Okay, and then your other piece that goes on the inside. Now I have a piece that has white on the inside. That's ideal. If you don't have that, don't worry about it though. It doesn't have to be white on the inside. It just needs to be a lighter color because you're going to be doing journaling on the inside of this. Okay, so this is also 12 inches long, but it is 5 1/4 tall. So 5 1/4 by 12 inches. And then you're going to score this piece at, this is easy, 4 inches and 8 inches. Okay, so 4 inches and 8 inches. And you're going to fold over. And if you haven't figured out yet, once you fold over, you're going to have a perfectly trifold kind of piece here. Okay, So 3 little sections. This is going to go on the inside of this 4-inch piece. So this fits right in here and gives you enough room at the folds top and bottom so these flaps don't interfere when folding down. So then you're going to glue this piece, the back, to this piece. So you're going to line it up, make sure none of your section here is hanging over, but you line it up. See, super duper easy, y'all. And I put my glue on the back of this, not on this, because it's not going to cover every little inch of that middle section. So I have art glitter glue, and I'm going to turn this sideways, and then I'm going to place it in the middle so that I can see my score line here, my score line there. It's not touching either one of them. And then line it up so that it won't be showing on either side either. Either side either. Oh, great grammar, Melina. Okay. And then I'm going to fold up and fold down and make sure we don't have anything buckling, and we don't, so we're good there. So you open this up, and there is your middle section already done, and it's going to be for journaling, so you can decorate. I just barely did some decorating on the inside of mine. Just 2 little die cuts. Wanted quite a bit for journaling. And then of course you can add white cardstock on the inside flaps for more journaling, or you can just decorate the inside flaps. Alright, now for your closure on the outside. Okay, I'm going to come back and put white cardstock on these inside flaps. So you're going to close up, and then you're going to find a piece of cardstock in your scrap pile, and you're going to get out a 1.5 inch circle punch, and then just find some type of scrap that you would like for your closure. This has been in my pile for a long time, and you are going to, just like this one, I'm leaving my score pile up here just because I think it helps you to be able to see it a little better than just right on my mat. So here is that circle that I put on this one. Here's the circle here. So you want this circle far enough down that it's going to be easy to get this flap out from under it. Okay, so once it is glued down just on that edge, you're going to get that little lip that holds it up some, so it's going to be a whole lot easier to do. But you can put this on and just glue that 1/2 of it and leave it as is. You don't have to put anything on top of it. I think though it needs more reinforcement at the bottom, so that's why I did some matting and put over the top of my circle here. So I'm going to use some score tape and some art glitter glue. So I'm just putting some score tape on 1/2 of the circle. Put 2 little layers. Now just getting my backs off. If you want to use some just regular double-sided tape, whatever double-sided tape you have on hand is fine. And then I'm going to put some art glitter glue just dotted around. I apologize for the fan noise. That is my laptop that my camera is hooked up to. And it always decides to do that when I start recording. which I have it on most all the time, so I guess the camera just makes it have the need to run the fan. Okay, so once you've got that figured out of where you need it, go ahead and take that flap up so it doesn't get stuck accidentally. So you can see it's not half of the circle, it's the top fourth of that circle that's going to get put behind that. So there's your little matchbook closure. And then all I have to do is do some decorating for it. So I really like this dot that goes with the stripe. And this matte piece here, this rectangle piece here, is 3 3/4 by 2 inches. So you need a piece that is 3 3/4 by 2 inches tall. And I didn't ink anything on the prototype, but I am going to do a little bit of inking around this just because it's so stark white, which I will be putting decoration on top of it. But just to kind of mute that stark whiteness I've got going on there. And I'm using some double-sided tape from my ATG. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that top flap up and then mat that circle just so it has a little bit more reinforcement to it. Make sure we're pretty even, and we are. We might be off just a touch, but I'm not going to worry about that. And then for the top, if you want to put something up there, which I like this messy spot there, so I don't think I want to cover it up like I did this one over here. So I think what I will do is add one of these washi stickers just right here. That part of it, I'm going to cut it straight across there. And get the back off. Just feel around where your score line is so you don't go over that. And then trim off your excess. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Now we need to cover up some of this, and then we'll put our white cardstock on the inside. I had some scrap pieces from this Stamperia collection that I used on that one, and I think I want to do a torn piece. Let's see if that other piece is as wide as that. It is. So let's do some tearing. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's cut just the slightest little smidgen off the edge so it's not hanging over. There we go, pretty. Okay, and then I'm just going to barely ink that torn edge. And then add that on. Pretty. And then maybe one of these gorgeous butterflies. I like this one. These are butterflies that are on acetate. I used them in my last video also. We got them from an overseas supplier and got them in stock. Bought them out as soon as we had them uploaded. It seemed like they were gone, so we have ordered more. And then after I've got it fussy cut out, I'll just put a little daub of liquid glue on the back of it and add it there. Pretty. I don't know which one I love the most. This one's a little more busy. This one's a little plainer, but I love that. So now on the inside, after everything dries on the outside, you'll come in and add whatever you're wanting to the inside. So like on this one, I've added some white cardstock just for journaling and a little tag there. Same thing here with a little label at the top. And then you open it up, and I just added, like I said earlier, a couple of die cuts, and that has it complete. So that is how you make the folded crisscross journaling folio. So it is a great big mouthful, but that's how you make it. So easy, easy, easy. You start out with a 4-inch by 12-inch sheet of cardstock, and then a 5 1/4 inch by 12-inch piece of cardstock. And then you just layer them on top of each other and make yourself a pretty little journaling folio. I'm going to add my cardstock to the middle, to the inside flaps. So I need a piece that is 3 3/4 by 3. So on both sides, 3 by 3 3/4. 3. 3 3/4. And that's going to be my little mat on the inside of both. And then add these to your flaps, making sure that you get it in the middle and you don't go over your fold lines. So there's my top inside flap. And bottom inside flap. I have a little piece that didn't trim off earlier. There we go. And you can add your decorations now. I love these little owls perched right beside each other. I think I need to put them up there. Cute. Let's see what else we got here. I'll get a little label. This one says, "Be the reason someone smiles today." And I hope you're smiling watching my videos. So I hope I'm accomplishing that for you. Okay. Those are from Digital Hobby Helper. And I just look for words or word phrases. I can't remember what they're exactly called. That will be cute there. So adding that one on the bottom flap. and adding this one, I think, to the top middle. That'll work. Cute. Those little pretty owls. I don't know if Mom will be able to watch this video or not. You know she can't. She can't handle the owls. They're spooky. In her eyes, anyway. Okay. And then our little word label at the bottom. And if you'll notice, I wasn't too concerned about the whiteness on the inside because we need that so that we can do our journaling. So I'm not concerned about getting any ink on the sides or anything. Okay. There. And maybe that one. Let's do this one and this. Do that. That is the little snippets, field notes, ephemera from Tim Holtz. I'll get it out in a minute, y'all. Add me a little die cut there. And this little die cut that says specimens. Thought was cute. Add it there in that corner. Okay, so there is the folded crisscross journaling folio completed and ready for somebody to journal in it. I love that little matchbook closure. That's just too cute to me. And then here's the prototype that I made off camera with the journaling spots all around. You could even decorate here. I wouldn't put too much dimension here because then you'll have problems with the closure. But there's that one that I did off camera. And then the one that we just did together. I hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial, and it is made from scrap, so that makes it even better. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below and I will try my best to answer it, and I will leave you some still shots at the end. Measurements, they've all been put on the screen as I say them through the video. So I usually do not give precise measurements when I'm doing stuff, but this one needed it. I don't put measurements in the description box below the videos because then nobody watches the video. They just go by the measurements and my instructions below, and then they don't watch the video. I need the views, so I've put the measurements on the screen as I say them in the very beginning when we were making this one. So if you have questions about that, measurements are in the video. Thank y'all so much. I hope you have a great day. If you make this, use the hashtag #MScrapbusters so that I can find it and leave you some love. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.